All right, good morning, everybody. This morning, my daughter woke up with a really bad ear infection, and so I'm staying home with her today. All right, so today you're going to be working on investigation number 7. It is looking at voltage and current and resistance and how those things play together and what the relationship is between them. In Number 7, if you open it up, you'll find that there is a Google Doc. This will guide you. So I'm going to go ahead and open that Google Doc right now. You'll notice up here at the top, the purpose is to go ahead and analyze and interpret data using mathematical and conceptual thinking. And the note here is that we're going to be using the circuit construction kit to be able to look at that relationship. So I have some directions here. You can read those, but the summary of those directions is that you're going to go ahead and open the circuit construction kit and build a simple circuit that's here on the right. We're going to choose some different components throughout the process with 5 ohms of resistance, 1.5 volts of battery, a voltmeter, and an ammeter to start with, and then we'll change things up down here on part 2 as we change our resistance and our batteries. We're going to be filling in this table down below, and to analyze it, we'll be using either Desmos or Google Sheets, and I have a template for either one. You'll be pasting those graphs in here, 3 different graphs, and we'll look for some patterns between those and then answer some questions. And finally, we're going to be looking at the slopes of these graphs, which you can get from either Desmos or from Google Sheets. In the end, there's one last problem here as they're making some predictions. Students are doing so, and then a final conclusion in the end. So I'm going to be looking at all of this today. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the circuit construction hit and show you a couple bits here, looking at the lab specifically. The circuit you're going to build involves a battery and a resistor, and I'm going to use this form of an ammeter and snap that right up there. And go ahead and put in some wires to connect so that everything is working here. And finally, I'm going to vary or change the values on a couple of the components so that we can meet the guidelines of the work that we're doing. First, everything starts out as a 9-volt battery when you pull it out. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the battery and change the voltage to 1.5 so that matches a regular AA or AAA battery or even a D cell. Up at the top, I'm going to change the resistance. The resistance starts out as a default of 10 ohms, but I'm going to go ahead and start out with my 5 ohm resistor there. And so now I have 1.5 volts of the battery. I have 5 ohms for the resistance, and that gives me a current of 0.3. I can also click on values here, which will show me the 2 different values for my battery voltage and my resistance, which is kind of nice. Over the process, you're going to be adding more batteries of 1.5 volts to see how they are. So if I drag this out, I can reset that here at 1.5, and we're going to add in a second battery. So I'm going to break my circuit just here and add in a second battery next to the first one, just like so. I'm going to dress up my circuit a little, and now the voltage across both batteries we found before is 3 volts, and I still have my 5 ohms of resistance and my current, and I'm going to record that information. Eventually I will build all of this out with up to, I think, 5 batteries. Let's take a look here. Yep, 5 batteries. So with 5 ohms, we'll write down your current and your voltage for each one of these. All right, best of luck in your analysis. And I will make a short video kind of reflecting on this to follow with. All right, take care. Adios.